So welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video guys. And yeah. In today's video, we're going to talk about chapter 274. This chapter was really good. But I feel the next chapter is going to be insane. The battle between Mikey versus Takemichi. Also, it's finally the beginning of the end begins. Tokyo Revengers ending announcement literally have shocked everyone, including myself. Cause it's just 4 more chapters left to complete this series, we still don't know how this series will end. But ever since this Shinichiro arc started, this story was really crazy at the start, but gradually so many things began to make sense now. But I still think there are many things left that need proper explanation. So let's wait and see what'll happen in the last few chapters. Also, one thing I want to mention. Many people are asking me if I'll still continue making Tokyo Revengers videos or not. The answer is yes. I will keep up with Tokyo Revengers content, along with few other anime and manga too. There's so much left to discuss from my end too. Anyway, as usual guys, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So just look at this color page, it's so cool. Since we're in the end, I think Ken Wakui-sensei decided to draw all the Tokyo Revengers characters for us. I love how Hina and Emma are drawn behind Takemichi and Draken. We even see characters like Kazutora, Draken, Izana that refreshes our memories. Even though they didn't participate in this final, they're still part of the story, no doubt about it. Coming back to the chapter, after 13 days of Shinichiro giving his time-leaping ability to Takemichi, this eventful day arrives. I think most of the people predicted this one, as we saw this scene in the leak. And had so many discussions on it. Shinichiro went to look for the old man he killed on the original timeline. I don't know why he suddenly thought of meeting him. Also, I'm confused here, cause we know that Mikey was dead in the original timeline. That's why Shinichiro killed that old man, to gain time-leaping ability from him. After Shinichiro time traveled back to the past, the timeline shifted, and he could successfully save Mikey. So this means Shinichiro and that old man didn't meet each other in this timeline. So I wonder what happened to him, because Shinichiro says, "I went to look for that old man. But he's nowhere to be found." I have this theory that, even though the old man died in the original timeline, he's alive in this timeline, just like Mikey is alive. I'm curious to know if he's alive, whether he still is a time leaper or not. Even if he is a time leaper, who's the trigger? However, after he couldn't find him, Shinichiro returned back to his bike shop. He saw that someone had broken the door of his shop very skillfully. It's really funny to think about how Kazutora was good at this one. When he checked and he saw a robber, he called out to him, just to see he's Baji. Baji already started sweating from anxiety. As Baji suddenly got scared to see someone behind him. Because he wasn't expecting anyone in the shop, as they thought this shop was closed already. Then comes the scene we all know. There's a thing I particularly like about this scene. Because we don't even need to wait for the final arc to get animated to see this scene. As we already saw this in episode 16 of season 1. So, I recommend you to watch that episode once again. After Shinichiro recognized Baji, the next moment Kazutora hit him. Like Shinichiro hit the old man that time. Then Shinichiro fell to the ground. Even though Baji tried stopping Kazutora, it was too late. The deed was done. Shinichiro lay there, just like the old man was lying when Shinichiro was killing him. Then he remembers the curse of the old man. In this page, they finally reveals what's the secret behind Dark Impulse. The moments before Shinichiro's death, he sees the black thing around Kazutora, just the way he saw it surrounding Mikey back then. Kazutora goes in full denial mode after this. He says it was not him who killed Shinichiro. Maybe the Dark Impulse, which is a physical manifestation of the old man's curse, got Kazutora at that point, and the Dark Impulse was controlling Kazutora. Which led to the death of Shinichiro. Mikey even confirms this later in the chapter. He says, it's all Mikey's fault. When the anime was released, many people laughed, and some of us could not understand why he blamed Mikey for a crime that he committed. Now we know why. Shinichiro killed the old man for Mikey. He got cursed by the old man for Mikey. The dark impulse is a direct consequence of the curse that Shinichiro bore because he wanted to save Mikey from dying. Now, Shinichiro is dead because of that dark impulse, which got created for Mikey's sake. So basically, it really is Mikey's fault. Also, Shinichiro saved Mikey by killing the old man. This time Kazutora wanted to gift Mikey a bike and killed Shinichiro in the same way. I'm so amazed by the way Ken Wakui-sensei portrays the whole karma concept. It's really important for us to get this thing inside our heads that whatever we do, we'll have to face the repercussions from it. Now the scene changes back to the final battle. All this time it was Mikey who was narrating the Shinichiro arc to Takemichi. And all the other members were hearing it from the sidelines. Then Mikey tells Takemichi. Just after a few days of Shinichiro transferring that power to Takemichi, he lost his life. After hearing the truth, everyone was surprised. Even Smiley was so shocked that he opened his eyes for real. And to be honest, that kind of reaction is expected as they just came to fight a battle. And now they're learning new concepts about time traveling and dark impulse, which was all very sudden for them. The only people who knew about time leaping were Takemichi, Chifu, Sanzu and Wakasa. Others heard this time for the first time. Also, special mention about Draken here, as he even knew about time traveling as well. Mikey then confirms the theory that we all kept predicting from chapter 271. Mikey tells everyone that the curse Shinichiro got is nothing but the dark impulse that he has now. And this curse affected everyone around Shinichiro. Mikey accepts that due to the karma he created, which compelled Shinichiro to kill the old man. That karma was the reason why Kazutora killed his brother. It's so sad to see Mikey's situation here. He confesses it in front of all the gang members that the dark impulse is something that's eating him up from within. Here, we all can understand that Mikey really doesn't like the darkness he carried with him since childhood. And it's really taking a toll on him. Makes him do things that he's gonna regret later. He says that the dark impulse is getting stronger, much stronger than what Mikey is able to handle anymore. I consider this as a cry of help from Mikey's end. He had told Takemichi to take care of him if things went out of hand and asked Takemichi to scold him, just like his big brother Shinichiro would. In the Bonton arc too, even though Mikey was hesitant at first, he reached out and asked for Takemichi's help to save him. This is what I call friendship. Mikey continues saying that the dark impulse is the reason he kept pushing his friends away as he was left with no other choice. He knew very well that if he was near his friends, he might hurt them badly when he's in the dark mode. Just like he ripped off Sanzu's mouth in chapter 272 and broke Takemichi's hands and legs in chapter 233. So that's why maybe he leaves every time. Also, now we understand why Mikey disbanded Toman. When Takemichi told him about how Mikey will destroy everyone in the future, Mikey didn't doubt him and didn't even give a second thought before dissolving something so precious to him. As he understood the dark impulse inside him and knew that he is capable of doing such heinous crimes due to it. He cares a lot for his friends, that's why he pushed all of them away. And then, since no one was there to keep his dark impulse in check, his darkness gradually kept increasing inside him, and now this led to the current Mikey, the president of Kanto Manji gang. We see the remaining gang members, they're stunned. Takemichi pitches in. He tells Mikey the intention behind creating second-generation Toman was to save Mikey from this darkness. He tells him to let all his dark impulse outside. And that's why the chapter is named No Holding Back. Takemichi doesn't want Mikey to keep anything more inside of him. He assures Mikey that he is the one who will defeat the dark impulse. And he's certain about it. Then in the next panel focuses on Sanzu. We see Sanzu is crying and shocked at the same time. Sanzu considered himself as Mikey's only friend as he thought. He was the only one who understood Mikey and was a well-wisher to him. But after hearing such good words from Takemichi, he realizes that Takemichi too cares about Mikey and is desperate to save him. Maybe Sanzu might give a hand to Takemichi and help him destroy Mikey's dark impulse once and for all. This panel of Mikey is my favorite, as we see here he's closing his eyes. And when he opened, he was fully engulfed by his dark impulse. He trusted Takemichi and took the risk of actually not holding back absolutely anything and going all out. I'm thrilled to see the fight between the two in the next chapter. I'm really hoping Takemichi is successful in his mission. But maybe he will have to pay a huge price for it. Any predictions what can happen in chapter 275, please let me know. So anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And good luck to all.